All right, guys, we have season 4 of New World around the corner. Lots of changes already happened. If you guys looked at the PTR, the patch notes that I posted, the video that I posted last week, you know that there is a new boltcaster bow coming out that is extremely powerful currently as it stands. It does lightning damage. It also CCs you at full health, and it essentially ensures a shit ton of opening damage, putting you on the defensive versus anybody running a bow. It is going to be seen a lot in OPRs, assuredly, and it adjusts a lot of things. We've also seen a couple days ago with the new patch notes, the new patch update that they did. They adjusted healing quite a bit. Healers got a substantial adjustment. Plague crits, plague strikes got a substantial adjustment. Shirking Heals also went from a 5-second cooldown to a 10-second cooldown. And so all these changes have happened already. And we have 3 to 4 more weeks. I don't remember. It's early December. 3 to 4 more weeks of testing before the patch goes live, and things are still subject to change. And so I wanted to just kind of provide my thoughts and my opinions as far as where I'm at with my specific build, kind of the route that I'm leaning towards, and what I'm going to do to prepare for season 4. So that's what this video is. Let's dive into it. So lots of people have been talking about Boltcaster. I saw a Deity Venji video last week that I can link in the description if you guys want. Just basically talking about the new Boltcaster, how powerful it is, what's going to happen, what he's doing with his setup. I saw Dorian talking about, he provided a poll, which I will post here now, basically asking people, hey, like, what type of bow rapier build are you running? Are you going to run the new artifact? Are you going to stick with finisher? And you see there's just a lot of split opinions. Like there's a good chunk of people wanting to run Boltcaster, but the vast majority of people want to just stick with finisher plus their bow setup. And so you're seeing that you're going to have a bunch of different type of 1 damage, but with split gems, with new lightning damage, with the Abyss Great Axe doing void damage, with all these different changes, with new artifacts like the new Ice Gauntlet giving 20% more damage to your other weapon, you're going to just see different types of weapons. And I personally, as it stands right now, I want to build a defensive kit that works versus everything. And so currently, as it stands right now, health is the best perk in the game. And so I want to look at sets that have health as the locked-in first perk. They're expensive right now. I know it's coming down next patch. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But any set right now that has health locked in is like a set that I'm really looking at because it'll work versus everybody. More health. You're harder to kill versus every type of damage in the game. And so that's why you see that I've been running the named item pieces, because it has health and it has Shirking Heals. Now for me specifically, Shirking Heals I think is still going to be good, even with the 10-second cooldown, even with everything. Like it, as a solo player not running with a healer, I still think that this set is going to be these 2 perks are going to be best for me. And I will have to roll the 3rd perk in order to be better. Currently I'm looking at Shirking Fortification. Shirking Fortification works versus everybody. It increases your armor. Your armor mitigates all types of incoming damage, and so I'm looking at health, Shirking Heals, and Shirking Fortification, just kind of being well-rounded. Now, if Boltcaster stays the way it is and it becomes like a really heavy meta, I might look at something like Woodgrain, where it's health and elemental aversion. So you still have your health perk, and you have elemental aversion, which is really good, and then you can stack your other types of gems versus whatever you need mitigation against. This is also a solid option. I will be farming a full set of this just in case. And so those are my 2 options. Now, the reason I'm doing these is I can farm Woodgrain for free. I'm already trying to get the Life Ring Spear, and so where I farm Life Ring is the exact same spot where I can farm Woodgrain, and then I can upgrade it later. This is free to get, and I will need to upgrade it later. These PvP items, all the ones that you have now, they have unnamed, meaning all the ones you currently have, unless you got them after 2 days ago after the patch dropped, if it doesn't say named on them, you cannot upgrade them in the kiln when the patch goes live. And so I will need to farm all these again, which means I will need to do PvP, OPR, 3v3s, influence races, in order to run through PvP tracks, in order to farm all the gear. The new gear, the new Shirking Heals pieces, the named item pieces, the top 2 traits are health and Shirking Heals. And then your third perk you can re-roll. And so they have medium, heavy, and light name pieces. You have Drag Attack Tier, Baleful Protector, Solemn Cowl. So if you see something with a weird name on it, take a look at the perks. Take a look at the perks, see if it's one of these. There's a good chance that if you're more of a solo or a non-healer build, for PvP, this setup still could be good for you. Now, the worst case scenario is they adjust Shirking Heals again, or something else is just infinitely better. I'm not out any gold by going out and PvPing and just picking these up off the track. This costs me nothing to do. And so, sure, I'm going to pick them up if they nerf them again and they're not worth it, or another set's better. I'm not out anything. I didn't spend 20,000 gold on a piece. I didn't spend 30,000, 100,000, whatever. These are all free pieces. And so I already like to PvP. This will cost me nothing. This is just time in game, doing something that I enjoy doing, picking up potentially, as it stands right now, for me, best in slot pieces. And so that's the route that I'm going. I'm also picking up artifacts that I might want to test. If there's a bunch of incoming damage, like different types of damage, and like you're not going to be able to stack as much thrust mitigation, I might go heavy. So I've been testing heavy. I've been trying that out, and I've actually liked it quite a bit. I went out and I farmed the Void Darkplate to test that as well. I went out and farmed Featherweight. So if I want to run light armor and I just want to have more mitigation in light armor because there's so much damage, a lot of AoE damage, I have Featherweight, I have Void Darkplate, I have all these different types of mitigation so that if I need to, I will then have it. And this is also free. It's free to farm this. It's free to fill out the item piece or the quest line to get all the different perks and everything. These are all things that you can do. I obviously still have the Tumbler feet wraps. I think, I don't know if they fixed it yet, but I didn't like that they weren't proccing at the same time with Shirking Heals. So it was like I was either getting the Shirking Heals proc or I was getting the smaller heal with Fortify and Empower, and I'd prefer it if I got everything, like Shirking Heals, Fortify, Empower, and the heal from Tumbler, because yeah, having to dodge twice in order to get all three procs is kind of annoying. It really drains on your stamina. Getting stam locked is not great. And so having another option like running Void Darkplate and just having more mitigation all the time without having to deal with those weird clunky interactions is definitely something that's been nice, and it's been something that has worked out for me so far. And so yeah, that's the route that I'm going. I'm looking at a set like Woodgrain. I'm looking at the free PvP stuff, and all this stuff is free. Now, in the meantime, I will personally be mostly doing arena PvP, arena and OPR PvP. Now, the reason that is because I like PvPing. I am a PvPer at heart, and the arena, all of my consumables cost nothing when I'm in arena. They cost nothing to use, and so I will not have to spend any gold in order to use consumables. I will not have to spend gold in order to use any potions or anything. I can just go in there and PvP to my heart's content, and then also while that's happening, the PvP tracks will reward me with gold, and I will be able to get gold for doing what I like. I'll be able to get pieces that I want. I'll be able to get gold that I want so that I can buy the chromatic seals. Now, you will need chromatic seals in order to upgrade these gear pieces. So I am not going to upgrade anything. Just like Bruce Lee has always said, be water. Because everything is up for change, just save your resources. And I'll just kind of show you guys what you're going to have to do. Let's say health elemental aversion is the route you want to go. You want to go health elemental aversion, shirking fortification. Well, you're going to need an armor matrix per piece, and you will need 3 chromatic seals per piece, which means outside of your artifact, you will need 12 chromatic seals. You will need 4 armor matrices. These are 8 to 10k per, so this will cost you 40k. These are 5k per, but it's on a 24-hour cooldown. You can only buy one of these every 24 hours, which means that you need to buy these in advance if you want to have everything best in slot when the patch drops, which is what I plan on doing. So every day I will be buying my chromatic seal. I will check for armor matrices. If I can get them for a little bit cheaper, I will buy them cheaper, and I will be farming dark matter. And I will just be sitting on everything because I don't know if I'm going to go wood grain. I don't know if I'm going to run, maybe I want to run like a nature harnessing build. Obviously, I'm not going to run it in heavy, like this is the heavy armor set. But I just want to show you guys a few things. I might go wood grain. I might go with the name PvP route. But regardless, I'm going to upgrade them in the kiln for my best in slot. And then I'm also just going to stack gold. So in case a new best PvP drop happens, I will have the gold available to buy it in a trader or have a crafter make it for me. So don't spend anything right now. Don't spend anything right now. So many things can potentially change. Just wait. And so unless you can get something good for free or for cheap, Like right now, I got this fire poker. It's in the kiln. It comes with Keedlian power and enfeebling skewer. I've been testing it. I've just been testing to see what kind of mitigation it provides. Once again, you know, just looking at different ways to provide mitigation while also keeping damage. Those are the things that I'm doing. And so I recommend going to YouTube, looking up your favorite gold making guide. Like some of you guys might want to go mine for ore. Some of you guys want to chop down trees. Maybe you're a crafter, whatever. Whatever you do about making gold, go do that and just hold on to it. Just sit on it. And then when the patch drops, when things are more finalized, then upgrade the pieces that you want. And so yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. Those are overall my kind of thoughts, kind of the direction that I'm heading. The way that I'm heading is acquiring pieces that are free and then saving all the resources just in case drastic changes happen. And so that's just my opinion. I obviously want to hear your guys as well. What are you guys doing to prepare for season 4? What are your plans? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.